I built this beautiful chicken tractor for these new chickens, but it's heavy. If you've done any research on YouTube, online about chicken tractors, you'll find that one of the common challenges is people come up with these great designs, but they're heavy. They're difficult to move around. And that's the whole point of a chicken tractor, is keeping it on fresh grass every day so that your chickens get the best of the pasture and they don't wear it out. For this one, I followed similar plans to the John Suscovich tractor. I modified it obviously a little bit with some cattle panel. It's only been operational for about a week, and the main way that we've been able to move it is with this PVC pipe. We lay it on the ground. Two people lift it up onto the pipe. We roll it, and that helps us get 10 feet ahead so that we can move it the length of a tractor for another day. The problem with that is it's cumbersome, it's heavy, and one time we actually pinched one of the little legs. Chicken's fine, but that's not a good solution for moving this chicken tractor. There's several great solutions for moving chicken tractors. I found one of those solutions. I think this is exactly what I need for this heavy chicken coop. The solution is in the box. I found the egg carton wheel system by Quail Manufacturing online, and I called them, I contacted David there, and we got all set up with this system, and I think it's going to be exactly what we need to make moving our chicken tractor easy. Before we put the wheel system on, let me give you a quick rundown about some of the details of the tractor itself. Like I said, it's basically a John Suscovich style frame with the wood frame on the bottom, built very similar to how he makes his. I didn't follow any dimensions exactly. I did it according to the materials that I had on site. I made a few modifications. I've seen some people online make these braces. I thought that was a great idea. That gives more stability to the frame. I also put a rope handle on each corner, so just in case we do need to lift, we can do that. The frame itself, instead of using metal conduit, I had a bunch of old pieces of cattle panel. Let me step inside here. This is my little system here. As long as I'm keeping that there, this can't be accidentally opened. Stay inside, chickens. Stay inside. So inside the chicken tractor, you can see I have the cattle panels that go up and over. So once I had the wooden structure built on the bottom, I bent those cattle panels in here, secured them in place with fence staples. And I did have a little bit of a challenge with the walls wanting to bow out because of the pressure, the spring-loaded pressure of the cattle panels. So I put two of these roosts on here that pulled the walls in, and it gives the chickens a place to roost at nighttime. And then an old billboard tarp going over the top. That gives perfect shade and rain protection for these little birds. As far as the door goes, I found some old treated 1x4s that were used on another old door. I took it apart and reassembled it to these dimensions. I even reused the old hinges. That took a lot of oil, but they are working, operational, and they don't squeak now. So basically that's what I have. It is a modified John Suscovich style chicken tractor, and it's heavy. I pulled the tarp off so you can get a better idea of what this tractor looks like with the square base. Today I added the platform so they can have a place to get up here and get comfy at nighttime. One that's a little lower so they could easily figure out how to jump up there. But these cattle panels, typical cattle panels, but I found them actually in a cleanup that I did, and they were all half long ways. So typically they're like 50 inches or so wide, but these were all 24 inches or so. So I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, and that gave me roughly 10 feet of length. And I just connected them with the hog rings. You get a little hog ring plier, squeeze those rings on there, and then I put the hardware cloth over the top of it, connecting the edges of it with another type of fastener. It's another little plier set. I'll put that in the link just so you can see what that looks like in the description, I mean. And so these were 3 foot wide pieces that I ran over the top and then just connected them on the edges. And it just makes a pretty nice solid connection with all that hardware cloth. And now you can see better, a little better, what that wheel system looks like, where for this corner, you know, you just push down to lift it up and it'll lock just like that. And then you step on this back pedal and it goes down. So that's really nice. With those corner brackets, it makes everything nice and tight. The extra brackets on the corners for back here tightens that up. Then the hitch and dolly, the dolly comes off so you can store it if you want. I'll probably just end up keeping it right here with it, but that makes it really nice so that not only can you lift real easily, but you can steer. I wanted to get a little mud on the tires before I really gave an honest full review or demonstration of how we use this. So just come in real quick here. I did add a second barrel lock because as this thing shifts and moves, that door kind of pops out a little bit, so that just helps hold that in place. I also have not yet installed a watering system inside, so we have this type of system in there that we have to pull out before we move the tractor. I did hang the food container, which is nice. That gives them food all day long and it's not sitting on the ground. But let me go ahead and do a quick demonstration of how we move this. Just one tractor length up every day, which is just around 10 feet. So come over here and check out. Real simple. One person can come out here, clip one side, or raise one side, then just on the other side, same thing, raise it up, then come around to the front side or the back of the tractor. And I have this tarp to where I can put it up and down depending on rain and wind or shade, but right now it's up just for ventilation. I leave this in place on a daily basis, and now I can just lift and pull. Going a little bit slow because I don't want to pinch chickens on the end. And just lower that. Come back up here, step on this back panel, lower one side, come around to the other, lower it, and then we put our water back in. I will get a different watering system, but for now this is it. Now the chickens are on an area of ground that isn't covered with manure. They have fresh grass and bugs and whatever here is here for them to enjoy, just a new spot every day. A big thank you to David over at eggcarton.com helping me out with the wheel lift system. You can check out his links below to learn more and to see if this kit is right for you. Everyone has a story and every story counts. Thank you so much for being a part of my story through this video and letting me be a part of yours. I'll talk to you soon.